The trend that I want you to be aware of is segmentation and personalization. If you've served multiple target markets, or even the same target market, but different kind of avatars or different personalities within the same target market, you want to really be very specific and segment and personalize as much as humanly possible. And I often say generality repels, specificity sells, right? So being very specific about what you do and who you do it for. So what you want is for people to say, hey, that's for me. One of the worst things that you can do is be too general, because everyone is processing all the messages that come through to them through a filter. And the first filter, is this for me or is this not for me? You know, when you're opening your email, and I'm exactly the same, I've got my delete key hovering over emails. Irrelevant, delete, irrelevant, delete, irrelevant, delete. That seems relevant to me. Okay, I'll open that. So you want to do the exact same thing, be very, very relevant. And you do that with segmentation and personalization.
And as a starting point, especially in email, even if you're at the point where you're like, I'm just trying to get my original opt-in sequence in, I'm just trying to get the basics out, what I definitely recommend doing is starting thinking about how you can segment people, even if you're not going to use it quite yet. What we started doing about a year ago now is we just started asking people, hey, which of this fits you? And we just started tagging them, just starting to get that out, collecting the data, even if you're not ready to use it yet. So our segments are marketing professionals, business owners, people in a startup, or consultants or agency owners. So those are our 4 main segments. And we knew it was going to take a while to start building entryways and customer journeys for each one of those segments. So start thinking about the different customers that you have, the different segments you have, and start thinking, are there ways that I can start tagging that information even if I can't use it yet? So if somebody opts in via our blog, we have that they opted via blog, or if they respond to us via email, they like to be contacted via email. If they opted in via social, we have that tagged. So we know maybe this person is a consultant who likes to be really active on social media. And then we know there's specific content that we can send to that person that's going to be much more relevant to them than something else. Then maybe here's a podcast for business owners. It's a completely different journey.
And I want to just double click on something that Anna said there, which is tag people even if you don't know what to do with that tag or that segment right now. So it's better to over tag than under tag. So you might have a geographic tag where you say, hey, I'm going to tag people by geography, UK, Canada, Australia, whatever, or by state. So that would be a geographic kind of segment. Then you can start tagging by problem that they've got. So for example, if you're a fitness trainer, you might tag people by, hey, this person wants to lose a serious amount of weight, whereas this person is really focused on body composition and they're wanting to put on muscle, right? So now we're segmenting by problem. And then you might segment by gender. You might say male, female. There'll be different psychology depending on often gender, on what problem you want to solve, on geography, things like that. So you can send a very highly relevant message rather than bombarding your list with something that's going to be relevant for 90% of the people there.
Exactly. I was watching my niece and nephew over the holidays, scrolling on YouTube Shorts, for example, and they just did this nonstop until there was a pattern interrupt, until something caught their eye. And hooks are so important these days. Even in email, we do pattern interrupts in our emails once in a while, where we'll send an email that's just like one line, just a single question. And we find that those actually get the most engagement and a lot of people respond to them. And that direct response marketing is really helped by a pattern interrupt. Look at what you're doing. And even if it's working, don't be afraid to just tweak it a little bit once in a while to keep people paying attention.
So that's segmentation, personalization, and really it does relate to your niching.